Welcome back to our road trip through Memphis, Tennessee. This city is home to major moments of civil rights history, and our next stop is one of a kind in Memphis. This is the Slave Haven Underground Railroad Museum.
Hi, Molly. Welcome to our museum.
Thank you for having me. There's so much to look at in here.
Yes, it is, and so much history that's looming here because it tells about the struggles of African Americans here and their flight to freedom, which is really interesting.
And this actual building played an important part in the role of their freedom.
This was actually a safe house on the Underground Railroad where the enslaved Africans hid in the attic and in the cellar of Jacob Burkle's home.
Jacob Burkle was a German immigrant who fled his home country's oppressive government in the 1850s. Historians believe his entire home was designed to be a safe house on the Underground Railroad. It was a risky move, especially considering a major slave auction site was just 6 blocks away.
Now, what's the significance of this map?
So you see these red lines? They are explaining some of the different routes on the Underground Railroad.
This is a high traffic route.
High traffic. And this house, Jacob Burkle's house specifically, is only about 2 blocks on the Mississippi River. So we believe a lot of them came right through here and followed that Mississippi River on up north and then eventually on to Canada.
Here, you can see examples of Underground Railroad materials like the quilts and lantern holders used to pass messages along the path to freedom. But the main reason to visit the Slave Haven Museum sits under a trap door.
Ooh, wow, there's a whole staircase down there and everything. Look at all
Yes.
that brick. So is this technically under the house?
This is underneath the house. It definitely is.
Wow, can we go down there?
We can go down.
This cellar is where runaway slaves found shelter before their mad dash to the Mississippi River. Special entrances were built into the foundation to allow covert access into the space.
Being down here, I mean, the ceiling is low. It feels like a cellar. It's a small, confined space, but I can't imagine what the feeling of safety must have felt like for runaways back then.
They were safe at this particular time, but you know they were apprehensive if they were they were still in the South.
Yeah, and they had a long way to go to
And they
get
had
to
a
Canada.
long way to go, but at least they were on the way. You know, you can read all the books you want to, but when you actually see a piece of history, experience it, stand in the space, and
Literally.
think about the people that were here, their quest was like to get to freedom, then it's something that you cannot read and no one can tell you.
Were Jacob and his family ever caught for doing this?
Jacob Burkle was never caught, so he was indeed a wonderful station master.